I do agree that there are some Black people that...
So to those who think being a DEI hire means that the person is unqualified, let me tell y'all a story. So one time I actually got a promotion because I was a Black dude. And of course they don't never tell you this, but I'm not an idiot and I figured it out. So they called me in the office, they gave me the promotion or whatever. I was happy, called my family, told people, that kind of thing. And then like a couple of days later, the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, they came into this business interviewing people. And they pulled me aside and they asked me one question. They asked me what my position was at the company. I told them I was a this, but now I just got promoted to a this. And when I told them that, they packed up their stuff and they left. Now at this company, there was probably about 80 people that worked there. And of the 80 people that worked there, there were 2 people with a college degree. There was one of my bosses, who actually is a close friend to this day, and me. So I was given this promotion, and the part of the job that I was in control of became extremely efficient. So efficient, in fact, that my team ended up getting raises after like a couple of months. Because of the policies that I implemented, labor cost was way, way down. The cost of products being destroyed was way, way down. It also was way cleaner than what it was before. But to this day, I am convinced the only reason I was given that promotion is because they knew the EEOC was coming and they had to do something. Now, at the time, I didn't know that, but after digging into it a little bit, I figured it out. But y'all think that being DEI means you're not qualified. It means there is a better person for the job, but they only gave it to you because you're a Black guy or whatever group that you're in. What you're not understanding is sometimes you should get that opportunity, but they don't because you are in one of those groups. And DEI means they're not allowed to discriminate because you're in one of those groups. When I got my promotion, that's something I should have got way, way sooner, and there was not a better person for that job than me. Y'all get this vision in your head that companies are hiring somebody way, 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 way worse because they fit in one of these minority groups. And what it actually means is now these companies can't throw away an application because the lady's name is Shaniqua or the guy's name is Jose. These minorities are not underachieving and suddenly they're getting all these achievements and bonuses, raises and stuff. It simply doesn't work that way. In general, there aren't minorities out there that feel like they're deserving of things they have not worked for or earned. So please don't be brainwashed by the idea that DEI means not as qualified. Because all it means is you can't ignore me because I'm not the color as most of the people in the country.
It sure does, and it's starting today, Savannah. 5 o'clock Eastern, close of business today. That is when workers in those offices will be told that they are on basically immediate paid leave. Contracts are going to be terminated. Trainings are supposed to end. The social media accounts, the web pages are getting pulled down as well. The White House also wants to know whether there's an attempt to, in their words, use coded language to try to disguise some of these programs. This is something that the president talked about on the campaign trail, and it is a big reversal of a Biden-era push. Keep in mind that conservatives have long been critical of these DEI programs, not just in the federal government, but think about the private sector, too, in those private corporations. The White House press secretary, in a statement overnight, says this is all. You talk about, Savannah, promises made, promises kept. She says that this is part of a pledge by the president to return America to, in her words, a merit-based...
Okay, at the time mark 542, when was the United States of America, back in the day, a merit-based society? Because this guy, he is going to have a clip about his grandfather's America. It's almost disingenuous. It's really hard for me to believe that this guy can hear from his grandfather about his America and how difficult it was for him. Fast forward to now to have someone talking about rolling it back to being merit-based. When was it merit-based? Hasn't this country always been racial?
Pledge by the president to return America to, in her words, a merit-based society where people are hired based on their skills and not the color of their skin, Savannah.
That's what it boils down to. I want to be recognized for the merit, for the content that I put out, for what I do, not necessarily for the color of my skin. Obviously, the color of my skin does play into my identity and the things that I talk about online. Because in my own experience growing up, I was always told how to think and how to be because of the color of my skin, and I'm breaking that narrative, and so my race plays into this. But I'm my own person. I'm my own company. I do my own thing. If I'm working my 9 to 5, I don't want my 9 to 5 job because I'm Black. I want my 9 to 5 job because I earned my spot to be there. It makes no sense to me how we're literally bringing back segregation.
Bringing back segregation. This is how I know that he probably has a limited view of the country, because there are areas of the United States in 2025 that are very much segregated.
We strive so hard, so day in and day out, to be recognized as not a 3/5 of a person, but as a whole person. But now all of a sudden you want to focus on how we got that much melanin in our skin, how black we are. I'm so tired ooh, Jamal's here. If you don't know who Jamal is, Jamal's my alter ego. All my other videos are Amir. This is a Jamal style video. You're getting Jamal. You're getting him more just raw, just like really just like irritated. Typically, I try to reserve my emotion and be really like just like calm, but this isn't something to be calm about. Like all DEI is to me, the diversity, equity, and inclusion is just like pushing shit in our face. Here's more blacks. Here's more brown people. Here's more gay people. Here you go. Just I don't want any of that. Just like, why can't we go back to the days of you earning something because of the quality that you bring to the table?
So when he's talking about seeing so many black people, one, I question, why is it hurting you or making you feel some sort of way because you're seeing more black people? My question would be, do white people get tired of seeing other white people when they're in their home country or their hometown, right? And I get it. Our population base is not the biggest in this country, but at the same time, there have been many instances where I go to a place and I'm the either only woman, or I'm the only black person, or I'm the only black woman. Very strange to hear a black person in the United States saying that, or having some type of annoyance at the fact that they're seeing black faces more. It makes me question him, because I would love to analyze why he thinks this way. Does he have some type of animosity towards black people? Have black people harmed him in some type of way? Was he adopted by a non-black family? Like, I'm just curious on that. I don't know. But it's strange to me. I do want to be respectful of, I don't know his life story, so maybe there's some reason for that, but hearing another black person say, I'm tired of seeing all these black people everywhere. Why are there so many black people? It almost feels like he's upset by black people holding these roles. And
isn't that what we wanted to begin with? Isn't that what we strived for? But now we're going back. Black owned spaces, black owned sections in the stores. What? I don't get it. Here we got Al Sharpton, Captain Negro.
Okay, 9:45. I had to laugh at that. I had to laugh because this man just said Captain Negro.
And all these black sheep following this man through a Costco, because Costco vows to uphold DEI practices or diversity. You dimwits. No one's just gonna stop hiring black people. No one's just gonna stop buying from black owned brands.
Okay, no, I think you're wrong, because you're saying no one's gonna stop hiring black people. In full, no. Like, do I think that companies are just gonna get rid of every single black person on their teams and just say, nope, spread a memo and say, we're done hiring black people, don't hire them? Like, no. That's not how things are done. It has more of a finesse to it, right? So I wanted to take a moment to clarify. What I meant by that is that the finesse is making sure that there are rules or policies that hinder certain groups of people from gaining certain jobs. So do I think that en masse companies are going to state, hey, we're not hiring black people or anything that's super explicit? No, but it can open up the opportunity for what has been done in the past to come back to us. Not slavery, how he mentions in the video, but certain practices like we don't allow dreadlocks or ethnic hairstyles in the workplace, and things that just make it less tolerable for people of certain groups, including black people. The other things that this can roll back is oversight of our biases that we all naturally have in the hiring practices, in the practices to determine who is gaining promotions, practices when it comes to pay equity and just equal treatment in the workplace, and inclusive practices of companies maybe not wanting to make accommodations and maybe finding ways to maneuver around that, and just not make it feel like companies are inclusive of certain things that make it welcoming for people with disabilities, for example, or veterans. Which is why DEI efforts focus on inclusivity, really helping other people understand how to work with other people that are not like them. Because I just questioned to this guy, you really don't think Black people are fired because they're Black? Not hired because they're Black? Not treated a certain way in the workplace because they're Black? You really don't believe this? And if you don't...
Next tonight, 3 managers at a Lowe's store in Virginia are out of a job tonight, fired after calling back one of their drivers out on a delivery. The customer the driver was on the way to see allegedly wanted only a white person to make the delivery. Here's ABC's Mars Cavalcampo.
Home improvement retailer Lowe's has apologized after a veteran employee was pulled from a delivery job because he's Black.
And I got a phone call on the phone telling me to bring the delivery back, saying that I couldn't do the delivery.
Danville, Virginia driver Marcus Bradley saying he was told the customer didn't want a Black man in the house. Shockingly, the store honored the request.
I mean, I thought that Lowe's would take up for me.
So who did take up for him? His fellow driver of 11 years, refusing to complete the delivery with a new white partner.
To me, you know, that it just ain't right for a business that we work at to go on with the woman's wishes.
In a statement, Lowe's says, "We have zero tolerance for behavior of that kind. We have apologized." But one person who is not sorry, the homeowner, as she told ABC affiliate station WSET.
Do you feel bad about the delivery driver?
No, I don't feel bad about nothing.
In their statement, Lowe's also says that an executive traveled to Virginia to personally apologize to Bradley. David.
And literally, the only thing that's happening is this whole artificial push of Black this, Black that, that's coming to an end. I'm sorry, it is. All these department heads and leads of, it's literally racism. It's literally racism. We need more Blacks. Where's my Blacks at? I need my brown people. I need my Mexicans. I need this, I need that. I just want to be recognized as a person. I really do.